Today we're going to be making a real Mexican pizza. If you want to see the ingredients and the tools I used to make this, click the products button on the video. So we're going to start by making our sauce. I'm using Kewpie mayonnaise. It's my favorite mayonnaise. The zest of 1 lime. Garlic. Stir that up and we'll give it a taste and see what else it needs. Pretty good, but we need a touch of salt. And I want to make it a little bit smoky, but just like a couple drops. I'll add some depth. Now that is great. I'm going to take some corn and we're going to cook it over an open flame just to get some char on it. Now while that's going, we're going to start preparing our cheeses. We have queso blanco, which is kind of like Mexican mozzarella. Make sure you're checking your corn and turning it so it doesn't burn too much in one spot. I'm just going to crumble up this cheese. It's moist, but it's crumbly, a little squeaky when you squeeze it. It'll be a delicious melty cheese for the pizza. Now the corn is nice and charred perfectly all over. A nice blend of blackened bits and then just sweet corn. It'll look really pretty on the pizza. Now we're going to crumble up some cotija, which I like to think of as Mexican Parmesan. It's saltier, it's drier, it crumbles into finer bits. And once the corn has cooled enough to handle, we'll just cut it right off the cob. I'm going to transfer that to a bowl so we can season it up. Get a liberal amount of garlic powder on there. Some dried oregano. Coriander. Chipotle powder. Nice and smoky. Cumin. Ancho chili powder. And cayenne pepper. Just whatever is your favorite, Mexican-y taco blend. And of course a little bit of salt. Get that all stirred together and it's ready for our pizza. That is delicious. We're going to need some chopped cilantro, so let's get that ready. And now it's time to handle the dough. Let's get a little flour so it won't stick. I'm using a store-bought dough I've had cold fermenting for about a week, which is a little much, but it gets a nice tangy flavor. I'm going to start by hand stretching it out, but I like a really, really thin crust, so I'm going to do something to make the Italians cry. I'm going to roll it out a little bit, and that's going to help me get that really thin, crispy crust that I want. Let's spread on our sauce. And this sauce only tastes better the longer you let it sit, actually. So if you make it the day before, it'll be amazing, but it still tastes good right now. And it's only sat for about 20 minutes. It's just easier to use your hand to get a nice even spread. And yes, of course, I wash my hands. Spread our corn. Put a fair amount on there because it's such a light topping. I'm going to start with our queso blanco, our main melting cheese. it doesn't spread as much as mozzarella, so you'll use more than you're used to. Now we'll get our cotija on here, like our Parmesan. Provides that nice salty contrast, especially with the sweet corn on there. Make sure it doesn't stick to the peel. And we'll put it into our 550 degree preheated oven. I'm using a pizza steel, and I've had that piece of steel heated to 550 degrees for the past hour. It helps me get a really crispy crust. And after 8 minutes, pizza's ready. Nice and crispy, beautiful on the bottom. Add our chopped cilantro that'll make it really beautiful and really flavorful and fresh. Now it looks like a work of art. And finally, the juice from half of that lime we zested earlier. Again, just adds to the whole freshness of the whole pizza. And that, my friends, that is a real Mexican pizza. Not just a tostada. A double layer tostada like Taco Bell has. Beautiful. Thank you for watching.